The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. They suck. Knockem dead. Comedy show. They suck. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. They suck. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. They suck.
Hi, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, June
18th.
June 18th.
Juneteenth.
No. Juneteenth is tomorrow. Juneteenth is tomorrow. Stop it.
Juneteenth.
It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club here in Levittown. I just made up a town. Juneteenth in Levittown.
Levittown.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, New York. The legendary Governor's Comedy Club. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com. That's right. Our website, govsradio.com, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, on your smart devices, your Apple TVs, your smart TVs, your Rokus, your Fire Sticks, all that good stuff. We on TV, as our good friend Dr. Ken Pichelle says. That's right, on your TVs, if you look for an app called Boxcast, you download that app, and then you look for Govs Radio, and that's where you'll find all of our great shows. So you can watch us on TV. Lots of great shows on govsradio.com. Although I will admit, I am still a little sick from yesterday.
You're sick?
There was a bare-chested Eric Shevlin and a bare-chested Andy Plajanos on govsradio.com. I'm still not really over that yet, but I'm getting there. Good morning, Danielle Asher. Good morning, Felix. Good morning, Fran. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Joan. Good morning, Joe Stats. Good morning, Maureen Smith. Connie Gillies is there. Connie posted a link to something. I don't know what that was. It was a link to YouTube for something. But on the, at least, I don't know about you guys, but on the comments here, when you post a link, it doesn't, the links don't work. Can't, I don't know if that's the case for everybody. But that's the case for us here.
It is the case, because every time I've tried to do it, like just off my phone and stuff, if someone does a link on a Facebook Live thing like this, it doesn't work. I don't know why.
All right, and speaking of links and people posting stuff, and Fran, who's watching, I will mention quickly, we have a lot to get to today. It's a little bit of a crazy morning for us. But we mentioned the other day that our friend Fran is she's entered a contest where the prize is getting to be in a Hallmark movie, and I believe they fly you out to L.A. So we asked you guys if you wouldn't mind helping us out and helping our friend Fran out and voting for her so that she makes it to the next round. Fran is going to post the information in the comments, and I'm going to play just quickly, just a minute or so. I guess she had to make up a song and to enter it into the Hallmark thing. So it's two. Yeah, two. Right. All right, so we'll quickly play this video of Fran. I hope it works. All right, we'll play this quick, and then we'll get to the announcements.
Winning this contest would be a dream come true. $500 and getting to meet you.
Oh,
a
$500
walk-on roll is icing on the cake. Let's face it, Jen, a lot is at stake. Now here's my rendition of you and Eric's song. I hope you enjoy it. You can even sing along.
Oh, so it's a theme song to somebody's show on the Hallmark Channel?
Something to do with a Jen and an Eric.
A Jen and an Eric.
Where
Generic.
to begin? I want to win.
Ooh.
Channel
Nice editing.
193, Hallmark for me. To be in a movie with Jen Lilly.
Jen Lilly?
And tour the set
Is
of
that
Home and
somebody on the Hallmark
Family. My insides would be shaking.
I can say that 'cause generally doesn't know who I am either. So I don't know
what
who she
that
is.
would
How do you know
mean
that?
to me.
She might know.
The movies are great.
Maybe Lisa Guerrero told her.
I really can't wait. Murder and mystery.
Murder and Mystery.
Wow.
Knockem Dead Comedy.
Romance too.
Oh, you don't make people cry on Knockem Dead.
My kids would say, please don't go,
Oh,
Mom.
those are the kids.
My husband's gonna
there's her
miss
husband,
me
Tim.
too.
He's wearing two different
I
socks.
tell them I really
Oh, was he? I
can't
didn't know
stay, 'cause I gotta go meet you.
There she goes. She's going to L.A. All right, there you go. There's Fran Griffin's video. She's going to post, if she didn't already, she's going to post the info in the comments. If you guys wouldn't mind taking a minute to vote for Fran, we'd really appreciate it.
Oh, let me go get the TV.
Okay. I'll do the announcements while you're doing that.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for watching us today, and we, Governor's Comedy Club, would like you to know that all three Governor's Comedy Clubs are going to be ready to rock and roll as soon as they're allowed. They've taken all the precautions necessary to keep you safe and keep you entertained. They'll be taking temperatures. They're using paper utensils. They got all sorts of stuff going on. So
Stop mirroring?
it doesn't matter. You should be able to just... The thing you're able to... You saw the menu up top?
No. Keep going.
They're taking all the precautions necessary, paper utensils and social distancing. There you go. Nice job. So they're going to get ready to rock. And we do have we possibly have a special announcement this morning regarding Governor's Comedy Clubs.
We do?
Possibly. Maybe. Maybe not. We're not sure yet. We're going to know in a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's been a little bit of a crazy morning here, but we may have an announcement for you in a little while. But in the meantime, get ready. Governors will be open as soon as they're able to, and they're going to make you laugh and make you happy, especially during this crazy time. And we, of course, would like to support all local businesses that are open, that have stayed open during the pandemic. We hope you support them. They've been trying their best to supply you with their goods and services and keep things going. If you listen to all of our different shows at govsradio.com, they're all pushing different businesses for free. This is free advertising we're doing as our way of saying thank you for staying open and helping us out during this time. So listen to all the different shows where they're advertising different businesses. We've been pushing all music here in Plainview, 516-433-6969. All music in Plainview. They're doing curbside delivery by appointment, so give them a call and get your instruments and your equipment taken care of. And, of course, since every day is basically a Friday during this virus during this quarantine, get yourself some good tequila. One with Life Organic Tequila. Look them up. They have a great website. They have a great product, and they deliver. So contact One with Life Organic Tequila. They're fantastic. And then, of course, the Roslyn Social, 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. They have been doing curbside delivery, but now their rooftop deck is open, so you can go outside and sit at a restaurant and enjoy a great meal. Their food is fantastic. 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. So head on over to the Roslyn Social and get yourself some great food and a fun atmosphere. There you go. So those are the businesses we're pushing. And, of course, don't forget govsradio.com. All the great shows here, keeping you entertained, hopefully keeping you laughing and happy. And there you go. All right. So we may have an announcement in a little while. We're not sure. But what we do have, if you remember, when Sallie and I were here on Tuesday, we left you guys with a cliffhanger. Ooh.
I don't even remember this cliffhanger.
You don't remember, really?
No.
You will. I'm going to remind you, and you're going to say, "Oh yeah." I was agitated, and it was Beatles related.
Oh yeah.
I knew it. So, first off, today, if you'd like to feel old, today is Paul McCartney's 78th birthday. 78. Paul McCartney is 78. That's amazing to me.
And he looks like he's 60.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, him and Ringo, they're both in fantastic
Yeah.
shape. Ringo Starr is going to be 80 in just a few weeks.
They're both vegan, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yep.
big time. Yeah, and if you want to know if vegan is the way to go, just look at those guys. They really are in fantastic shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird, though, that a Beatle is going to be 80 years old. Makes you feel old. Does it make you feel old?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, all right. Never mind. Paul McCartney, 78 years old. Happy birthday to Paul McCartney. But, yeah, I was agitated. I started to talk about it on Tuesday. And I mentioned the songs Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields Forever.
Okay.
Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields Forever.
Oh, right, because I sang, and then you got
We don't
more-
need to go back to
then
that.
you got more agitated.
That's right.
Strawberry fields forever. And what's the other one? Oh. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Okay, go ahead. I just wanted the same agitation out of you that, we had.
You're a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
In England, Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane are two real places that the Beatles wrote about. They were in the neighborhood that they grew up in. Strawberry Fields was a place that John Lennon used to hang out. Penny Lane is a street with shops and stuff. Well, they're considering changing the name of these places. They're considering changing the name of Strawberry Fields and considering changing the name of Penny Lane because supposedly those names have slave connections.
Oh, I thought like Penny Lane was going to be, updated for inflation. So it'd be like Quarter Lane or something. So it has to do with slavery.
That was so bad it made me
know.
laugh. I'm actually proud of you, and I don't know why. How long?
Give me a second. I'll annoy you with the Strawberry Fields.
How long were you waiting to just get that one out?
No, it just came right to me. Cup of coffee.
Penny Lane supposedly was named after a man, a notorious slave trader.
Mr. Penny?
No, yeah, I forget. Forgive me, I didn't write down the man's first name, but yeah, Penny was his last name. But this is why I'm agitated. Okay,
See, Penny is a girl's name, so I always thought it was like named after some like cute little girl, like Penny Lane.
I didn't know it was named after anybody. I just thought that was the word they picked. Like Park Avenue I doubt is named after somebody with the last name Park, or Broadway. You know anybody with the last name Broadway? So anyway, this is why I'm agitated. I'm all for anything with anything that's racial. I'm all for getting rid of it.
Except if it bothers you.
No.
Apparently.
Well, no. See, here's my issue.
Such a racist.
Here's my issue with this. Penny Lane, and I read 2 articles on this, and both articles talked to different people connected to this thing, and nobody knows for sure that Penny Lane was named after this man
Oh.
who, by the last name of Penny, who was a
So
slave trader.
it could be after a cute little girl named Penny,
Exactly.
with little bow ties and
So that, and I think that's going a little too far. You don't even know if, for a fact, the street was named after this guy. So we won't take the chance. We'll just change it anyway.
But people are pretty agitated about it. Didn't you say people are like spray painting the road?
Yeah, some
and
people
stuff?
have been spray painting over the word penny and writing the word racist.
So what's the deal with Strawberry Fields?
That I don't know.
and that
I
really
couldn't
is a
find.
field. Like, let's go to Strawberry Park and lay in the field. Like, it's really a
It was-
place.
If I remember my Beatle trivia correctly,
And you always do.
I believe when John Lennon was a boy, it was an orphanage, or was it a kid's school, or it was something for kids, like a school.
Like a boys'
or-
school that they sent him away to.
No,
Because he didn't have a great life.
I'm pretty sure it was an orphanage. Either way, he hung out there with his buddies.
Okay.
It has since, because of the song, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe it is a park now.
Oh.
And I know in New York City, in Central Park, where that Lennon Memorial is, they call that Strawberry Fields. See, and that's the thing. In my opinion, people know Penny Lane because they think of the Beatles now. When they see Strawberry Fields, they think of the Beatles.
Well,
like-
hold up. What is the problem with Strawberry Fields?
Well,
Oh, you didn't get to it yet?
no, you asked that already, and I said I don't know.
Oh, all right.
I-
Well, that's crazy.
The articles I read didn't discuss it. They just talked about Penny Lane, even though both songs are. What did you do?
I don't know. I did
My
something.
Goodness. So they don't even know for fact that these places have anything to do with slaves or anything racial, but they're possibly going to change the name. I don't know. I just think that's going too far. I understand the issues. Now you did it. I understand, the issues that people have with what happened, and things should be fixed and changed, and there should be harmony. Just like
Until it affects the Beatles, and then you're out.
the Beatles weren't racist.
How do you know? There wasn't like a African American Beatle.
There was actually.
Oh, then I take it back. Leave them alone.
For their last album, Let It Be, they had Billy Preston. Actually, Billy Preston's on Abbey Road too,
Cool.
and he played with them, and
Nice.
yeah, and he was black until he died. So
How old was he when he died?
Billy Preston, I
Yeah.
have no idea. Late 60s, I believe.
That's a short life.
Maybe early 70s. But I don't know. I just think it's going too far. I mean, I'm all in favor. I think it's great. The Governor Cuomo here in New York, he wants to make June 19th a holiday here in New York.
Yes.
A paid holiday. You get the state workers would get the day off. June 19th because it is that's the day that slaves were freed. June 19th, 1865, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the year. Because
Okay.
Sallie wants to know. But I do believe that's the year. It's definitely June 19th. I'm all in favor of that being a paid holiday. I think that's great.
Sure, why not?
But I do think, it's going too far when when it's not even on record anywhere that this street was named after a man that was horrible to the black community. I don't know. To me, it's just too much. But plus, again, you don't mess with the Beatles, man. You
Yeah,
just don't.
I know. I know it's a really sensitive thing. What is Juneteenth? Like, does anyone know? I guess it was established already, but I don't really understand what it means. If it's June 19th, why not just say slaves were freed day? What's Juneteenth? Like, does it mean for it's being honored for all the teens in June, like, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, like 5 days? Like, I don't know what it means. Anyone know what it means? Anyone who really knows what it means, call in. Or write in.
Well, right. Now, Greg's making a bunch of jokes here about Cracker Jacks. And they're actually doing that, too. They're going to change. There's talk of changing Uncle Ben's, like Uncle Ben's rice. There's talk about
Aunt
changing
Jemima.
that. Aunt Jemima, which you really don't see much of Aunt Jemima anyway anymore. But but they're thinking of changing the names, which...
Little changes are good.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I admit it's weird because we grew up with those names, and I grew up loving Aunt Jemima. I mean, if she was around today, I'd give her the biggest, fattest, wettest kiss,
It's
man.
so funny,
Her
like-
French toast was fantastic.
You don't even use the syrup.
No, the syrup, no. But so it's weird because we grew up with those names and we're used to them. But I can understand why they want to change it, and I'm all for it. That's
People-
fine. You want
you
to
know
change it, make it Aunt Mary's French toast. Just keep making that French toast, and I'm happy. I don't care what the hell you call it. I don't care if you call it crap. I'll still eat it. You know, because but they stopped making the French toast. They're gonna bring that. See, that's a bigger problem. They got to bring it back.
On a roll today, man. Quite the energy.
There's a lot going on here today. And yeah, you mess with my Beatles, and I get all.
I know. I keep going.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't even remember anymore. They're like 12 things.
I'm sorry.
Well, one of the things that I was gonna say, I just think like people hate change, and I remember years ago when everyone was like so up in arms.
What year?
1983.
1983. I was 13 years old. That's when I started my first job. I got a paper out. That might have even been the year I met you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was actually.
Good year.
Yep.
I made up the year. Remember, like with like police officers, like they were like you know what? We shouldn't say policeman anymore. It's not policeman. There's like plenty of women on the force. Like let's just do police officers. And everyone was like it was like this whole.
They threw up?
Yeah, it was like this whole big deal. Like you could never say firefighter. You could never say police officer. Oh my goodness, the world has come to an end. And like, you know, our kids have grown up. I haven't heard my kids say policeman once. Like, who cares? So, like, I don't know, change, everyone hates change the month it happens. And then, you know, often the change is for the better for everyone else who lives here other than, you know, the people that have seemed to have been taken care of. So it's not the end of the world, you know?
Andy says, I have an angry leg on today. No, I'm not angry. I'm all right. I'm okay. Jeff says they already got Arbor Day. Daniel Ash says, too much to explain and I can't call. Maybe that's in regards to Juneteenth.
Who?
Danielle Asher.
Oh.
Another day off for state workers, says Jeff.
I know. It's like,
all right. Yeah, Danielle Asher, she can't talk today, but she's going to send us a link as to why it's called Juneteenth. Yeah, we'd like to know. And again, we're all for the day, what they're going to do. We just don't understand why it's called Juneteenth.
Like I was like, we were talking about it. Me and Tony were talking about it the other day. I'm like, is that a word? Juneteenth? But then, like, at first I thought, like, Cuomo, like, made it up. And then I'm like, no, it's actually, like, why hasn't it been? I've never heard the word.
Andy Plagano said before that Tuesday with the cliffhanger was all just a dream and it never happened, like in Dallas, which might have been 1983 also, by the way.
Maybe.
When Bobby Ewing getting killed was all just a dream, so they basically wiped out that whole season because he came back the next year.
So crazy. Only in a soap opera.
Tom Galati's watching. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Andy said, I thought they filmed Hallmark movies in former Soviet satellite countries. Lou Greco is watching. Mark White is watching.
Hey,
hi,
Lou.
everybody. Good to see you. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. My mother's watching. Thank you. Fran posted the info, so if you wouldn't mind helping her out and voting for her, that would be fantastic.
Fantastic. What else is going on?
All right, so what else is going on? I'm going to mention quickly tomorrow. Tomorrow's Father's Day. It's
What?
It's Juneteenth. I'm sorry. Father's Day is this weekend.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm like,
Sorry.
I'm like in a panic. I'm like, I didn't get a card yet.
Well, why I got mixed up is because we're going to celebrate Father's Day here tomorrow.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
get a few.
That's great.
We're going to get a few guys that I know who are great fathers, and we're going to wish them Happy Father's Day, and we're going to talk to them for a second. A couple of guys you may not know. There'll be at least one guy that you do know. Guess who?
Joey Cola.
Joey Cola. Joey Cola will be on the screen with us for a few minutes tomorrow as we wish him a Happy Father's Day. We're going to get a few people on the phone tomorrow. On the screen and wish them a Happy Father's Day as our way of honoring all you daddies out there.
Yeah, nice. That was a really good idea.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be fun.
Greg said that it's not called a whorehouse anymore. It's called a stress release center. I actually like that. I think that's great.
And they should be legal too, by the way.
Yeah, I think.
You want to pay to get it? Who cares?
Who cares?
I mean, of course, there's safety regulations about, health, and of course there's, there's sex trafficking, all that stuff. That stuff's got to be cleared up first. But yeah, you want to pay for it, and I think that's a good name for it.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good idea. Good job, Greg.
But speaking of Joey Cola, oh, you know what? Can I play another clip on there? Is that all right?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I don't care.
Well, I know you have to.
No, I don't. I actually don't mind at all. Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm going to play another clip. Speaking of Joey Cola,
Andy said Juneteenth is a portmanteau.
Whoop, sorry.
June and 19th. But Juneteenth could be the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th too, right?
What was that last one?
18th. Sounds like I'm lisping.
All right, I'm going to play another clip.
That was a really good idea.
I hope it'll be fun.
Greg
Let
said
me
that
start
it's
that
not
over.
called
Can you
a
make it a little
whorehouse
louder?
anymore. It's called a stress release
Can you make that a
center.
little
I actually like that. Yeah, but I think you hit the wrong one. I think that's great.
And they should be. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. But now I don't hear anything.
Oh.
Are you hearing it?
No. Mm-mm. Do you have your volume on?
That store's from New Rochelle.
Oh, is it really? Yeah.
And I think Chuck Zito as
All
well.
right. Starting it
I
over.
lived in New Rochelle when I lived in New York.
I grew up right in Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I knew a guy a pool player named Mount Vernon Tommy.
Vinny Pastore's from New Rochelle.
Oh, is it really? Yeah.
And I think Chuck Zito as well.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived there because I couldn't afford to have a parking spot. I needed a place to... I had to have a car because I had to do gigs.
Right.
So
I didn't know that you lived there.
Yeah, that's where I live.
And where'd you work? All the places in Long Island? And
Everywhere, yeah. Connecticut, Long Island, Jersey.
Pips?
Oh yeah, I did Pips in Brooklyn.
Pips?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
That was our friend's.
Yeah.
Ray Garvey. Did you know Ray Garvey?
No.
He at some point, well, in the 90s.
bought it at some point.
He owned Pips. But that had been there forever.
Yeah. It's gone now, right?
It's gone. I think it's a sushi restaurant.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was where Rodney started, David Brenner.
Richard Jenny, too.
Richard Jenny, I think Dice. I don't know if he started, but Dice. And Seinfeld was there early on, Mm-hmm. I mean, it's...
Sheepshead Bay, right? Is that right?
Yeah. And there was no comedy clubs back then,
Right.
A bunch of rowdy fucking Brooklyn guys there,
Yeah.
That couldn't have been an easy gig.
Oh, it was a tough gig. Yeah. Yeah, Joey Cola, my friend Joey Cola was there, and some guy was...
Joey's great.
You know Joey?
He comes on with us to
The live show.
Ask
Ask him about Pips. Some guy was showing him his gun, sitting in the front row, pulling up his waist, showing him his gun, go, fuck you, look at this. And like Joey's up there, hey, trying to tell us jokes.
We do this comedy with the conversation with the Sopranos. He's a comic. He comes with us everywhere.
He opens and he interviews us on stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's
the best
hilarious.
guy.
I love
There's
Joey.
no better guy.
I've known him for 30 years.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And he's been around a long time.
Yes, he's a funny comic too.
Yeah. He does great. And we had a European tour that got canceled because of the 16 cities.
Little Joey Cola mention right there from Joe Rogan and The
That was
Sopranos.
nice.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, he's great. And we saw them do their thing with Joey Cola opening and
That was over a
interviewing.
year ago already.
Yeah, he does a great job, Joey Cola.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's going to be with us tomorrow along with a few other people as we celebrate Father's Day tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. So, did you hear... Let's see. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff.
I know. Like I saw
As we
your list, so I'm just trying to like.
And you have stuff too, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but whatever.
Oh, so I'm sorry. So somebody explained Juneteenth?
Yeah,
I'll change this while you explain.
No, I got it. Just read Andy's. That's all I saw.
Oh, okay. Mama Walker is watching. Says Taz. Yes, I believe she is. Juneteenth is a portmanteau of June and 19th. So it ends up calling like Independence Day, the 4th of July. No, we understand that. But why are they doing that? Like Sallie said before, you could, Juneteenth could be a reference to any of the teens.
13th.
So, yeah, why are they calling, what was that, you right?
And then I've never heard of it before. Have you?
I knew that was the day. Because I actually studied Abe Lincoln a lot when I was a kid in school. So I actually did know June 19th was the day that they freed slaves.
I feel bad I didn't.
But I never heard the term Juneteenth before. I never heard that before. And that's because you're racist, which is why you never heard that word before.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So there you go. Did you you know who Danny Masterson is?
No.
He's an actor. He was on that 70s show.
Yeah, I never watched that. Sorry.
Me neither. But I know who he is. His brother was on Malcolm in the Middle. He was the oldest brother.
Oh.
You know who that is?
Yes, I do.
His brother Danny was on his real life brother Danny was on that 70s show. What's the matter?
I just really think that kid was a really good actor in Malcolm in the Middle, the older brother. Like they didn't really use him much. They only used him for like one season or 2 seasons, but he was like
he was there the whole time.
continuously.
He was there the whole time.
He kind of petered out, and I always thought he was like one of the better ones.
Oh. Well, his brother Danny, who was on that 70s show, he was arrested for raping 3 women. Arrested yesterday, but apparently these rapes happened
At one time?
No. Well, within 1 year, I believe 2002 into 2003 or 2003
Wow.
to 2004. And apparently I was reading up on this. Apparently this has been lingering for a while. He was fired from a TV show a few years ago because of these allegations, and he got all pissed off. So, these are just allegations. You're firing me for something that I was never found guilty of. And of course, he's denying that he ever touched these women, but he actually just yesterday got arrested for these rapes from almost 20 years ago.
Wow. Where are they? Out in California?
I do believe so.
Yeah, and they've changed the laws. It used to be you had to bring charges up on people within like 8 years or something like that, and I think they changed the laws on that. So, wow.
All right, it's 11:30. We are still waiting word. There may be an announcement we'll have for you at some point today. I don't know if it's coming. So forgive us. We've been running a little ragged here this morning trying to get ourselves organized. Still no word yet. But that was cool. That was cool that Joe Rogan and The Sopranos mentioned Joey.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Joey is the best.
I read something kind of interesting, and I was like talking to you about it a little bit this morning. When you were doing the trivia the other day, and you were talking about like blood universal donors and blood types. I came across an article that it may explain like a little bit about the coronavirus. They're doing research where they, you know how like for me, I'm like, how come some people everyone gets the virus, but some people get the virus and, it just clobbers them and, they have to go into the hospital. And then some people just walk around with like the flu, and some people hardly have any symptoms. And the people that like walk around and have it and don't have any symptoms, like I'm like, what's up? Like it doesn't seem to be because some are healthier or not. And so I was reading an article that it's actually, it might be blood type. Like if you have blood type A, as opposed to blood type O. Like blood type O, the universal donor, everyone gets the coronavirus, but blood type O really doesn't have any symptoms. Like they're the ones that are walking around.
The universal is what? O positive or negative?
Both. O negative is actually fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Like that's the best one.
No, I don't know. They're both universal? I don't think so.
Really?
I'm O. And
You're not a universal donor?
I'm almost positive I'm not. But I don't know which one I am.
Like you've been around people that have had the virus and you haven't gotten anything. So I wonder
Have
if
I been around people who've had the virus?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
We do?
But I have blood type A. I'm blood type A.
I think, wow, this I don't even know why I have this card on me. It's from like 20 years ago.
It looks like the old Social Security cards, like the old paper ones.
Yeah, I don't even know why I carry this thing, but I have so much in my wallet.
But they're saying that like the genes that determine what your blood type will be are also the genes that have a particular sugar that will coat your blood cell. And if you're blood type A, you have a harder time with blood clots. And that's what the people that have gone to the hospital, it's because, they're having trouble with their blood cells.
Here's my old Social Security card.
It is. It doesn't look just like that. Well, don't show it, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but
I can't. Hey, Ma, my mother's still watching? What am I? Am I O negative or O positive? I can't. It's all smudged on this card.
I doubt you're O negative because if someone knew you were O negative, blood banks would be stalking you left and right.
Is that right?
Yeah, because blood
I enjoy a good
O
stalking.
negative is the no, it's O negative. Friend was saying it's positive. No, it's O negative. Like I know O negative for a fact, but it could be positive too. I thought it was both of them.
I thought it was one, but all right. So yes, you're saying that people with A and B get.
I don't know about B, but
But A
everyone
is catching the
everyone
virus
gets
more.
it. But they find that like when people with blood because they kept like, trying to figure out why all people with like blood type A were mostly like on vents. So, yeah, so they're kind of figuring that out. But it makes sense why like people with blood type O might be like walking around not like just infecting people but not having any symptoms.
That's right. Mess with me, I'll infect you.
Yeah.
That's that's wild.
Yeah.
But the numbers are still here in New York, right? The numbers are still going down, right?
Yeah, I wonder what everyone's going to be doing for like 4th of July and stuff like that.
They canceled Jones Beach. They canceled New York City fireworks. So, yeah, that really stinks, man. It does seem like we're kind of losing our summer.
Yeah.
There's a local beach called Tobay Beach here on Long Island where they're doing some outdoor concerts on their beaches.
Oh, okay.
I forget I forget if they're drive-in concerts or they're just social distancing. I forget now, but they're trying.
See, Andy stuck up for me. O negative. We believe him.
Andy said something too about the. Robert Shapiro says, "Oh, there's a Juneteenth.com with info." Oh, how do you like that?
Thanks, Rob.
But yeah, Andy is just saying that it's all just a phrase.
Okay.
And they just put it together. That's what he's claiming. The reason O neg cannot receive O pos.
Well, yeah, because the RH factor, right?
My mother doesn't even know my blood type. Do you see that? She writes, "I don't even know my own."
No, you don't. I'm sticking up for her right now.
What are you talking about?
Don't even go at her because
Why not?
Because I know what Sam's blood type is
Yeah.
because he, was a pound when he was born. And
Yeah.
he had a lot of blood transfusions when he was little.
Uh-huh.
And but so I was like, "Oh, what's Kevin?" So I asked the doctor. I was like, "Well, what's Kevin's blood type?" And like, "Yeah, we don't do that." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, how do I not know? How am I going to not know
What's
what
wrong
my
with you people?
child's blood type is? What if I'm rushing him to the hospital?" They're like, "Yeah, we never check that." I'm like, "What?"
What's wrong with you people? You got to know these things.
Yeah, so
Both of my kids are A positive.
Really?
Yes.
No, you have no idea.
I'm sticking with it.
Well, that's what I am, so I can give them blood if they need it.
You just favor Sam over Kevin. That's what.
That's what Kevin will tell you.
All right. So speaking of kids, I got something that's bugging me. I'm mad about, changing the Beatle titles. That's got me mad enough. But I have another issue. So this is a personal issue. And I'm a little annoyed. All right, let me see what you guys think of this. All right, so my son, when the protests with the George Floyd incident first really started happening, my son put signs on his car. Now, we've talked about it till we're blue in the face here. I have no problem with peaceful protests. I have no problems with signs. I did get a little nervous, not nervous, but I was concerned for my son because I told him, by putting signs on your car, you're kind of, you're inviting a discussion that you might not know enough about. Like Rich Rader said the other night, Tuesday nights, 6:30, is a show here called No Rhyme, No Reason. Rich Rader and Jeff Bosey, who's watching. Rich, he sums it up perfectly. He said he's never going to pretend to walk in a black man or anybody's shoes that faces racism in their lives on a regular basis. He's not going to pretend to know what it's like. He's not going to. He even says, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm educated on it. It's their life. but he supports them. You know, everybody should be equal, naturally. Everybody should have equal rights. There shouldn't be racial tension in this day and age. I mean, slaves were freed, 1865. I mean, we're talking such a long time ago. These things, it is ridiculous to still have racial tension. But I did say to my son, I agree with Rich, by the way. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know what somebody who deals with racism on a regular basis. I'm not going to pretend to know what that's about. And I'm also not going to sit here and say and disagree with them. I'm not going to say that it's not happening. I'm sure, just like there are bad cops, I'm sure there are bad people who try to play that card and make false accusations. There's been cases of that, but there's real cases too. Like George Floyd. This man shouldn't have died. But I just said to my son, you just got to be careful. You could be inviting dialogue that you might not know enough about. You could also be facing, unfortunately, some feedback, some negative feedback from having signs on your car. He had one sign on his car that I really thought was offensive, and I stressed that he take it down. There was some back and forth, and then Sallie stepped in and told him to take the sign down.
Get the sign off.
So one sign came off.
Well, for the record, I wanted everything off.
And there was one sign that stayed. So sure enough, today is Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I think it was Monday. He made the signs with cardboard and he taped them to his car, which that too I disagree with.
That's what bothered me probably the most.
Tape on your car. It's going to mark it up.
No, that didn't bother me. I'm like,
What?
he drives on the highway all the time. The thing's going to fly off, hit a windshield, and kill some mother and child. What
I
are you
wasn't worried
doing?
about that.
Put a sign
I was worried about his tape
inside.
job.
Put a sign inside a car.
Right, yeah.
So you're
put it on
not
the window, yeah.
endangering people.
So-
the whole thing was wonky.
Wonky. The whole thing was wonky. Is wonky in the dictionary?
It is.
So you guys couldn't explain Juneteenth to us. Well, look up wonky.
We've done this already.
Oh. So sure enough, I think it was Monday, someone spray painted the cardboard sign that was taped to his car. So I didn't say I told you so, but I was like, all right, well, there you go. You're upsetting some people, and this is how they responded. Take the sign. Obviously you got to take the sign down now, which he did. He took the sign down, and he left it at that. He didn't do anything after that. He didn't challenge anybody. He didn't accuse anybody. He didn't post anything. F you, whoever did this to me. Nothing. He didn't do anything. And then yesterday, where the sign was, he was parked in the same spot where they spray painted the cardboard sign. But now it's just his car there's nothing there, but someone now spray painted where the sign was. They actually spray painted on his car.
Like a little brown square, like that big.
Brown? No, I think it's black.
All right.
It looked
You
black
have to
to me.
see it. It looks a little
So
brown.
that pissed me off. If you're going out to battle, if you're going to a protest, you have a statement to make. You fight that battle to get what you think is the right move, to get what you think should be done about a certain situation. When talking about it with Sallie, I always talk about it because I used to work for a utility company where it's a union company, and we fought for our benefits and our pay, and we would go on strike. We would have job demonstrations, but when we got what we felt we deserved, then it stopped. The protest stopped. We went back to work and we did our job. We did our job right and safely, and we just went back to our world. We didn't after the company, seceded and gave us what we want. We didn't then continue to torment. I shouldn't even say torment, but we didn't continue to go after them. I felt this pissed me off. Like you got what you wanted. You made your statement. You spray painted the sign. He got the message. He took the sign down. That's where it ends. But now you got to go to him and spray paint his car. You got to, hurt his car, which affects his wallet or my wallet if we're gonna, get it fixed. I don't know. To me, it it pissed me off. It pissed me off, and I'm mad about it. Damn it, I'm mad. I didn't feel. I felt that was too far. And his sign, this particular sign, all it said was Black Lives Matter. It didn't say F the police or anything offensive. It didn't say anything offensive. Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. Black Lives Matter more so right now because of what they're going through. You know, okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't know. You're not saying anything. See, now you got on me before because I was cutting you off, and now you're just sitting there where I'm looking for support.
Well, I mean, I just kind of feel like I would have done things differently. So I'm just quiet because
you wouldn't have put the sign up at all.
I wouldn't put the sign up at all. I would have been
because
like,
you're scared.
No, I would have been. I would have like if you know. Like, let's say Sam came to me and said, you know, and it really affected. He kept coming, like Sam kept coming to the living room and talking to me like I can't believe that happened. Da, da, da. Like, if
all right, let me stop you there. Can't believe what happened. Which
George
part?
Floyd thing.
Okay.
And it really it affected everyone. I mean, as we know, we don't have to go through, you know, that. So yeah, everyone was affected. But for like, if he said he wanted to do something like that, I'd be like, I would say, Sam, like, go, if it affects you so much, go find, like, an African-American family or something that you can help in some way. Like, you know, like, instead of, like, being mad, go help out in a soup kitchen about something. Or, like, do something that's, like, better. Like, I just felt like a sign on a car is just, I'm mad and I'm going to poke a stick at everyone who sees. Kind of like Facebook posts. Like, everyone knows when you post something on Facebook, everyone who agrees with you is going to say yay, and everyone who doesn't agree with you is going to say nay. And you're never, ever, ever, ever going to change anyone's point of view by a sign on Facebook. And it's really kind of the same thing. But if you want to change the world, take a step back and do something great that you're going to feel good about. Like, I feel like I always you always make fun of me with science, but science is like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So you can't touch without being touched. So touch in a good way. Don't touch with a stick that pokes at people. Touch in a good way, and then you'll be touched back, and they'll be touched in a gentle way. And it's just a better touch.
But I'm going to disagree with that because it's...
Well, that's why you have problems on roads where you live, because...
Yeah, but that's my point. Let me explain why I disagree. He's not poking. Hear me out. Hear me out. You're saying, you know, when you touch somebody, they're going to touch back. Mm-hmm. He didn't physically touch anybody. He didn't physically poke anybody.
He emotionally touched people, and he emotionally poked people.
And that's fine.
Well, but obviously not.
But that's my point. They physically touched him, which is wrong.
He physically put something on his car. They physically put something on his car.
Absolutely not. That's his property. He didn't write anything offensive. He has that right to do that. You don't have a right to destroy it.
You have a right to do anything you want to do, but I'm just saying for him,
no.
He would have felt better doing something kinder than poking.
You have the right to do anything. You don't have the right to ruin somebody's property. That's exactly my point. You don't have a right to spray paint his car. You want to go to him and talk to him and tell him why that sign offends you, why you feel that sign should be taken down. There you go. I'm all for it. Even the spray painting of the sign, I disagree with, but I understand that. And he took it down. He didn't put up another sign to carry it further. And that would have been the end of it. That should have been the end of it.
According to you, not according to people that he affected. You want everyone to do
It's not what I want, it's what's right. You don't destroy somebody's property.
But there's no right in this world. So try to do things that are kinder, that actually make a difference, and then everything will change for the better.
So you see a Trump magnet on somebody's car. You don't like it. You can spray paint it?
Right. So, but that's just it. Like, let's say the Trump sticker on a car is very much like the Facebook post that everyone agrees doesn't change anything. It makes people happy on one side, sad on the other. So why be a part of that? Why do that? Like, if you can do anything in the world, why not pick something that will actually help? Like, that doesn't help.
You didn't answer my question.
No, I don't, because I don't act like that. That doesn't mean that other people don't. People can react however they want to react. But
They can't.
Yeah, well, that's just the point. If Zach was worried about, if he wanted to like help a 12-year-old whose father died in the same way and reached out to him, like, I'm just making shit up. However he wanted to do that, none of the people in Zach's community would have hurt that 12-year-old or hurt Zach. It would have been a good thing. So my point is just, I'm not saying he got what he deserved at all. And I'm not saying that I'm happy that it happened whatsoever. I feel really bad for him because I love him. But I just wish we all saw it coming. Like you said yourself. Yep. You said I tried to warn him.
I did tell him that he's possibly inviting trouble.
Why are you so shocked when you're the one who called it?
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I never said shocked. I said I'm mad about it.
When someone spray painted the sign, in my head, I thought, wow, he got really lucky, because if I was mad enough to spray paint a sign, I would have knocked over an antenna or popped a tire. I wouldn't have done any of that. But people that do that would do that. So I was like, wow, he's lucky. And then sure enough, he wasn't that lucky.
But it doesn't make it right.
No, not at all.
And it's not what he deserved, and it's not equal. It's not an eye for an eye. They went too far.
But you can't decide that.
Sure I can.
Well,
it's against the law. But it's that simple. It's against the law.
But you're so upset because people didn't follow some rule this right rule that you have. Like when you poke at people, you can't control.
A right rule that I have? It's the law. It's not a right rule I have.
All right. But people don't follow the law, so don't be so surprised that people don't follow the law.
I'm not surprised. I'm saying it's wrong. That's all I'm saying. It's wrong. They shouldn't have done it. He didn't have it coming. It's not an eye for an eye. It shouldn't have happened.
Right.
He's totally within his legal rights to put that sign up. Whether you agree with it or not, he had the right to put that sign up.
You didn't agree with it either.
I didn't.
Okay.
And because I felt he was inviting trouble for himself, not because of the message that he was trying to convey, or I wasn't against him trying to put out there how he feels about it. Like I said, I do feel you got to be careful. You may not know enough about it. And I do agree with you, by the way. I'd much rather see you get involved in a cause to send out pamphlets or, to send out education and awareness. That's how I like to do it before taking other kinds of measures. But bottom line, he was within his rights to put that up.
Unless he's on a parkway. You can't have signs on a parkway.
Well, that's true. That's a commercial vehicle. That's right.
Felix said, lesson learned, leave it alone. Yeah, I think that's kind of where we are right
I'm
now.
not saying that. I mean, we don't even know who did it. We're not doing anything about it. I'm just saying it sucks. And these people that did it were wrong.
And don't think I don't think that it sucks. I just, I wish it didn't. I wish the whole thing didn't happen,
It's, again, you can't. An eye for an eye would be, people doing what's within their legal rights. And that's what he did. He didn't do anything illegal, which meant he deserved something illegal happening to him. I mean, you damaged his property, for crying out loud. That he didn't do anything like that. He didn't knock some guy's fence down, so that guy, threw a rock at his window. Neither one are right, but I would understand it better.
Right.
Or if I'm the guy whose fence was taken down, maybe I'd throw the rock. But it wasn't like that. So it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. He didn't deserve. I mean, that's what everybody says, right? You really want to get somebody. You really want to show them. You get them in their wallet. But again, my point is, he took the sign down. He didn't go further with it. So they made their point, and he conceded. He took his sign down. That's it. That's what you wanted in the first place. Going further now is just messing with him. It's hateful. It's taking it further. That's what we were telling him with the sign. You're inviting trouble. That's what these people are doing. They're making it worse when their point was already recognized, and they pretty much won the battle already. There was no need for this. Damn it. All right, well, I have a nice story now, so then we can hold hands and sing Kumbaya in a minute.
Okay. I didn't agree.
Oh,
I disagree
shut up.
with anything. You're like all.
You should have heard her last night. He got what he deserved. In fact, I think she even confessed to doing it, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
So if it was me, I would have done his windshield, she said. And then she spray painted her boobies and pressed them against the car.
And then when no one was looking, I popped all the tires. Yeah. Yep.
I haven't even seen him this morning. Maybe she beat him up in his sleep.
Maybe.
But so, all right, here's a nice story. Out of Pittsford, New York, which I don't even know where that is. Do you know where that is? You've lived everywhere.
Pittsfield?
Pittsford.
Oh, no.
Is there a Pittsfield? Mm-hmm. There is? In New York?
Yeah, upstate.
Oh. Well, this is Pittsford. Maybe it is Pittsfield. I don't know. It said Pittsford.
Oh, there's Pittsfield in I think what is it? Not Massachusetts, but maybe Massachusetts. Anyway.
So there's a Pittsfield in
still
Massachusetts and Pittsford in
maybe.
New York.
Okay. What do you got?
So basically the answer is you don't know.
What do you got?
Oh, she's looking at the clock. We got time. Relax. Felix comes on at 12:30. Don't worry. Don't worry. Pittsford, New York. They're having what's called a relax and have a beer movement. Benjamin Smith and Marcus Ellis, two close friends. One of them is black, one of them is white, but they've been close friends for a long time. They've started the relax and have a beer movement. They sit out in front of one of their lawn. I believe it's Smith's lawn, Benjamin Smith's. They sit on his driveway. They hang a sign saying relax and have a beer. They have a cooler with ice filled with beer. They sit there with their beers. They put other chairs out. Anybody that's driving along, anybody wants to come join them, they come and sit and they have a beer and they hang out and talk to show everybody that it doesn't matter what race you are, you can get along and have a nice time. And these guys are close friends. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's beautiful. Benjamin Smith served. He's a vet. Forgive me, I don't recall what kind of vet he is, where he served. But he says this is not what he served for after learning about the George Floyd incident. They set up the signs around their community, inviting anyone to come join them. They've gotten a huge response. Huge response. They've gotten a huge response.
That was so bad.
I don't do impressions. Thousands of people have shown up. Thousands of people have contacted them. Even country star Brad Paisley Zoomed these guys to wish them well, to tell them what a great job.
Cool. That's nice.
And Paisley also sent them hundreds of beers to support their cause and to keep it going.
Oh, woohoo, they're happy.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
Now, I say there should be more of these. Relax and have a beer. This should be franchised out. I think we should sit on your driveway sometime.
And neither of us drink beer.
All right, so, well, it doesn't have to be beer.
We'll do iced tea and water.
Relax and have your own drink. Relax and have a water. Relax and have a soda. Relax and have all
American.
Relax and have all American. Oh, she's a genius.
Relax and have French fries.
Relax and have French fries.
You love me more now than you ever loved me before. Look at those eyes.
Relax and have French fries. That's the movement we're doing. Let's pick a day. When can we do this?
Seriously?
Yes. You know, even better. Like Graz is doing the food-a-thon here. We should do it here. Should we do it here? I don't know. No, let's do it. No, let's do it by you. Massapequa, because you live near All American, so we can get nice, fresh All American and bring it to your house. Wait a minute. This could be about our big announcement.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Damn it. It wasn't.
So on, speaking of Felix, Joe Stas is on.
Today's the day?
Today's the day.
Today's the day,
So
Joe
Stas,
chef of 37 years.
the chef that we didn't know about because his mother-in-law makes all this food for him.
The singing chef.
The singing chef. Oh, I wonder if he sings. on the show. That would be cool.
God, I hope not.
La 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 as he's cooking away. Is that what happens? So yeah, so he is going to be on Felix's show that that starts today at 12:30.
Thank you, Robert Shapiro. If an Eagles fan messes with your car because you had a Giant sign on it, the guy who attacked the car is 1,000% wrong and has committed a crime.
Oh, they're totally wrong.
1,000%.
I'm just like maybe next time he should, because he's very passionate. Like Zach has a beautiful heart. He's very passionate. He just needs to direct it to things that help, so he doesn't get hurt.
Robert says, I hate Trump, but would never touch a person's car who had a Trump bumper sticker on it. It's their right to do so.
Reed Jones, that was good.
Okay,
too.
I'll get to it. I don't have a right to touch their property, let alone damage it. Right. Andrew Plajanos, It's wrong, but nothing is going to happen to the guy that spray painted, but the world is the world. Yeah. Jones says he exercised his right to his opinion. The retaliation was a crime. Exactly. Exactly.
But there it is. That's the way it happened.
Felix says, Joe Stas wants you to change the subject. Time is passing.
Yeah, Felix, figure out what's going on in your own show. What the heck?
Wow, what the hell was that? Pittsboro, North Carolina, says Ken Pichelle. Pittsford is a suburb of Rochester.
Yes.
Thank you, Rob.
It's way up there.
Ken Pichelle went to a meeting at 12 o'clock. Thank you, Ken. Have a good meeting. Jessica Sorrell in Australia is watching. A cold beer sounds good, says Joe says. Rich Raid is watching. Douglas King is watching. Everybody's saying have a great day. Douglas King says we should do wine instead. Oh, a few people are saying. Kathy Stas. Hello, Kathy Stas. That's Kathy Stas, my wife, says
that's
Joe.
That's his wife.
Good to know, because we saw the name. We didn't think you were related.
Well, it could have been.
Andy Plajano says, after the car saga, I'm in a poisonous mood. F those guys in Pittsburgh. All right. We want to know. Let us know if you think we should do a relax and have all American or relax and have French fries at Sally's. Let us know, and then we'll continue that conversation tomorrow. I say we do it. All right, sometime in the next few weeks, I say we do it. I'm volunteering Sally's house. If Sallie has a problem with it, I'll pick another place, and we'll have a nice little meeting, relax, and enjoy French fries time, and we'll sit and relax, and we'll shoot the shit for a few minutes and have a nice day. It's going to be fun, and you're going to thank me for doing it. And then maybe I'll even try to contact these guys, Smith and Ellis, and maybe we can say hi to them and relax and have a virtual time with them. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us today. Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Today is Thursday, so we have COVID-19 Iron Chef Felix, who's coming on at 12:30. But Felix, make sure you start on time because time is passing. That's at 12:30. Is there a Quarantine Life after him? Oh, yeah, there is. Quarantine Life today. Bonnie Scalisi is hosting today's Quarantine Life. That's at 2 o'clock. 6:30 tonight is Soul Space with Georgia.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about that.
Go ahead.
She was talking about, I saw this on her Facebook post, because she's an astrologist, and so she said...
she's great.
She is great. She said, I spent a few hours poring over the astrology of the eclipse and solstice, because, June 21st is summer solstice. And, a full moon is coming right about now. She said, we have not even begun to see the turmoil that is coming.
The hell does that mean?
Please watch your words. She said her advice to everyone is, for this, a few days before the solstice, a few days after, she said, please watch your words and actions and maintain situational awareness at all times. Just, you don't, it's going to be, a time where you don't want to be overly passionate and piss people off during this time. And just kind of lay low for a few days. Lay low.
Lay low.
Okay.
But wait a minute. What does that mean? Turmoil is coming. Does that mean? Are we talking about
planets? She did her astrology. She did where planets are, they're always Mercury's in retrograde. Stuff like that.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Well, people that follow astrology
but,
will know.
Yeah, but all right, but dumb it down for me. Are we talking about turmoil like on a pandemic level, more protests and riots level, or are we talking just you're going to have an argument with somebody?
Well, it's all of it. I mean, everyone is affected, and it's going to be all of it. So she'll
What the hell?
talk about
Georgia?
that tonight. She's on at what, 6:30?
Yeah, 6:30. Doesn't she have
About
the
an hour.
power to change it? Can't she move a moon around or something? What the hell?
She can only warn, and you just have to heed her advice.
Just add a sun, put some more sunshine and make us happy, damn it. All right, so no big announcement today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a big announcement for you guys. So yeah, Georgia with her bad news is on at 6:30. Graz and the boys limo talk tonight at 9, and then Sallie and I are back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We're gonna have some friends of ours on that screen as we celebrate Father's Day, and we're gonna wish all of you guys a happy Father's Day tomorrow.